What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You brothers know I am from Sacramento, California. And it must be a great city because I'm from there, right? So if I'm from that city, it must be amazing. But there's another guy who came up in my era that was pretty magnificent at sports. That was Mr. Matt Barnes. And I went to Grant High School in Del Paso Heights, and we were in the Capital Athletic League. And Matt Barnes went to Del Campo High School. So he was a year older than me, and he was a really good basketball player, pretty decent football player. He led the state in touchdown receptions that year with like 25. So Matt Barnes has done a lot for our city, right? As far as knowing about Sacramento sports, and he won a championship with the Golden State Warriors. But Matt Barnes is, as far as black men are concerned, I would consider him, he's half black, half white, but he's a brother. What I try to teach you guys on this channel is coming into a little bit of some money myself. I feel as though we really need to have a conversation about, when you start making money, you typically have to grow with it, right? And that's the problem. Sometimes the money will grow before you can develop, and it's always bad. Look at guys like Matt Barnes, Mike Tyson, Allen Iverson, Antoine Walker, Mike Tyson, again, Evander Holyfield. Their money grew before their personal development did. And it's always bad. And one of the things that happens is when you are a younger man and you have a lot of money, people will always defer to you. What do I mean? Well, you're a superstar. Women are going to be nice. All the ladies want you. When you ugly dude like me, and like most of y'all listening, nobody really deals with you so much until you get somewhat developed. And what I mean is, you got to go to college, be in the industry. And most guys that are millionaires come through around like 40 or 45. So by that time, you've kind of figured out in life what you will take and what you won't take, right? These young guys who are making money right now, 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds, even guys on YouTube, when you guys start making a lot of money, you're not developed what you think you want. And you think because the lady is having sex with you, that's an achievement. Now, don't get me wrong. It is an achievement. If you can drive a nice car, have a nice house, have all the females, the type that you want, it's great. The problem is, and I always say this, you don't really have a lot of standards for what she needs to do in your life. You don't really know. So if you don't know what the standards are, you can't make her hit them. And if you can't make her hit them, there's going to be a lot of problems. Okay? A whole lot of problems. And so you end up dealing with ladies that either you don't trust or they're no good for you. Okay? This is what happened to Matt Barnes. He got with Gloria Govan, right? Gloria Govan, I'm not saying she's a bad person, but we all know what happened. She ended up dealing with, Derek Fisher and all this stuff. And he ended up having kids with her. It was a bad situation. Obviously, Matt Barnes is also a hothead. That doesn't help. So he doesn't have the best judgment. So in a lengthy battle with her, he's past due $133,000 in child support. Okay. Now, let's make that also make sense. This is how dumb Matt Barnes is, right? Not being mean, but this is how dumb he is. Matt Barnes is also dealing with this chick now, right? He about to get married to her. His new wife, Anansa Sims. They have a child together. Okay. He's having issues with her former husband, spitting on the guy in the game. Again, every relationship this guy has, something happens. Even with Anansa Sims, he was tired of her. All right. I get it. Things happen. But this is what happens when black men do not know themselves. When black men don't know themselves. This is exactly what happens. Okay? And what happens is you have to be ready for the money before it comes. Start putting down your standards right now, because you don't want to end up being like Mike Tyson, Matt Barnes, and then you come back and be like, man, I shouldn't have dealt with her. I have kids with her and we're no longer together because I picked her because she was fine, or I picked her because she looks good, or I picked her because she's beautiful. And that's great. But after about 6 months, can I be explicit a little bit? After 6 months of you doing what you need to do, you're not going to be like, you know what, she's so fine. You're going to be like, man, I'm kind of tired of that, because you've been hitting it, you've been, so you're used to it now. Then you're going to start asking what else. Here's what happens when you start asking what else, and ain't nothing else there on the table. Now all of a sudden you mad. Okay? Then here's what you get. You get to see, all right? You get to see, let me say this. You get to see her go to the next guy who paid less for what you did, because you invested in something that didn't have your standards, man. That's why a lot of times when guys get a lot of money, it's hard, right? Take some time to understand where you're at in life. I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, man, because the women going to be after you. And this is why my channel, I believe, is so different, because, I try to prepare you guys for this. Women going to be at you. Everybody going to be at you. They're going to want to know your name. And then, they're going to be acting feminine and acting cool. But then again, can you read the lines? And don't also ever take because you're making her scream in the bedroom, bro, that she respects you. If you got a lot of money and if you're somebody that's doing very well, she gonna scream loud regardless. Something you need to know, okay? If you're doing very well, such that you look good and you look good to her friends, even if you ugly, you look good. All right? You need to understand that, man. Understand that. And understand what it is, bro. You're not that special to people like you think you are. There's something that we gotta get, man. People don't think that we are as special as we believe we are. We want to feel special, but we're not, man. And what it takes is somebody to have a relationship with you. Number one, man, you gotta know yourself, bro. Know yourself. Know what you're looking to be. Looking at what you're looking to become. And what do you expect from this woman? What does she expect of you? Then you look at her and say, okay, this is what it took to be me. This is where she's at. You know what? Not long term. Not gonna marry her because I don't really know myself right now. Or talk to older guys, and then you know what? I might meet somebody next year or 2-3 years ago. That's better for me. Nothing wrong with that. But don't tell me that I didn't tell you guys. All right? Because what you're going to end up doing, being young, rushing, making a mistake. And as my boy Ocean says, when you rush, you crush, right? You're going to rush and crush. Then I'm going to be the one to say, I told you what? So I told you. I told you what? This will happen. Because you start getting child support, divorce. And then you never learn. Like you go into the next relationship with all these problems. Matt Barnes hasn't learned anything, man. The guy is still making the same stupid mistakes he made in the first place. Now you owe back child support. Now you have a problem with this person. You got kids with this person. Now it's awkward. Situation is bad with the new baby daddy. All these things are happening, man. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.